Hello, hello. Liz Wilcox speaking from the email sound booth. I took a week off recording the podcast. I didn't mean to. I just had a lot going on. I was at Podfest and then Ecamm. Yes, Ecamm. You can check them out at ecamm.com. They actually came to my house and built me out a podcast studio, a YouTube live streaming podcast studio. Which that'll be a whole nother episode. But for now, you can go to watchliz.com and check out those episodes. You can also go to YouTube, type in Ecamm, Liz Wilcox. They should pop up right now. But anyway, this is episode 81 of the Email Sound Booth podcast. Lucky me, you are listening. I just love that so freaking much. And something else I love a lot is transparency. So this episode is about the best performing email from last month, December 2024. I also want to dive into why I think it works. So basically in December 2024, we sent exactly 30 emails. This is way low if you went and checked out episode, whatever it is, I'm going to link to the show notes, the episodes about November, October best performing email. But we took 11 days off of emailing in December. That's something I do. I don't, I could keep emailing, I could keep selling, but I want Patricia, my assistant slash sister slash love of my life slash soulmate, I want her to have time off on top of me having time off. Obviously, I want myself to, but I don't want, the more emails we send, the more email replies we get, right? So that really is a time of rest for us. So the last email again was December 20th. Now, normally in these wrap-ups, best performing email episodes, I tell you, hey, I cut out any sort of segmented emails. I'm mainly focused on weekly newsletters and, any sales emails. But this time, I actually want to talk about a segmented email that I think performed the best and why. So if we cut those out, really my last day of Lizmas, every, holiday season, I do 12 days of Lizmas where I'm doing, a deal a day, so to speak. And that had the last day of Lizmas, that had a 59.9% open rate and 11 something click rate. It performed really well. During Lizmas, I think we made close to $10,000. It was a great success. Super fun to do also. Shout out, if you are listening to this and you have something for Lizmas, apply now because we are trying to get Lizmas wrapped up and done before summer. So if you've got something for Lizmas and you can do a special discount and you think it applies to my audience, it doesn't hurt you to pitch it. Okay, anyway, what was the most successful email of December 2024? Liz, we're dying to know. We're 3 minutes in here, lady. Now, it really is I want to talk about a series of emails rather than one email. So some people's annual pass, if you don't know what my annual pass is, it's basically join a year of my membership. $9 a month is the membership times 12, $108. Basically, give me $108. You're going to get a year into my membership plus all my other products for free. Okay. Now, we've done various sales throughout the year. So some people's passes were expiring in December. Give me 1 second. I need to take a drink of water. These words that I'm speaking right now are the first words I'm speaking of the day, because I did not want to accidentally take another week off the podcast. It wouldn't make sense to do this wrap up in February. Anyway, so we send out when your pass expires or is about to expire or is about to, actually your pass doesn't expire, it renews, right? So forgive me, renew is a better word. This is a subscription. So every year, if you bought on December 12th, on December 11th or 12th of the next year, it's going to renew. I'm going to charge you again. Now, it is in my ethos, so to speak. I don't ever want to charge somebody simply for the sake of charging them. If you're not using the pass, if you don't want the pass, if you can't afford the pass, I don't want to charge you. So for 30 days prior, let's use December 12th again. So on November 12th, I start sending you emails. Hey, this is going to renew. Hey, don't forget I'm about to charge you. Hey, I'm about to charge you. Hey, you're getting charged, right? So I have a series of emails. And I want to say that in December, these did the best, right? Of course, they're going to have high click rates, high open rates, because they're sent to a small amount of people. And for this, in October, November, these emails were sent to hundreds and hundreds of people. In December, they were only sent to 20 something people. We don't normally do sales in December, but over the years, we've made very small exceptions. But I still want to include this as the best performing, simply because I think it's important for you to think about and hear about. So these emails are best performing because, number one, we save a lot of sales with these emails. People are reminded and they feel good that they were reminded. The Ecamm people that just came, one of them is a guy named Doc Rock. He's an annual pass holder. And literally in my house, he's like, I loved that you sent those email reminders about the annual pass. At first, Liz, I thought, yeah, I don't need that reminder. Everything's good with my card. But then, at your fourth email, I went in and actually looked just to triple check because I definitely wanted to stay a member. And I realized my card actually was expired. I updated it and now there was no problems with you and there was no problems with me. And so I was like, yes, okay, this is awesome. And so we get to save a lot of purchases that way. We also save ourselves from the hassle of refunds, upset customers, etc. Because some people, they might have purchased it. Oh, I know this cringes me as the owner of the business, but they buy and they forget, right? Or they never use it, or they don't understand that it's a subscription despite me saying that it says it at checkout, etc. People are gonna people, right? I ain't taking it personally. And so this allows people to cancel, which frees up Patricia and myself, mostly Patricia, from refunds, right? Because if it auto charges you and you email us within like a week or whatever, and you say, oh, I didn't know this was going to auto renew, I will refund, unless it's extremely obvious that you're lying. It's like, yeah, I don't want someone in my membership that doesn't want to be there, right? That isn't using it, isn't finding the value in $9 a month. Even if they just came to the Q&A, it would be worth it. But I'm not here to argue, right? It's $108. I release that, right? And this is another side note, another reason why I have a low ticket, so that I can say, oh, well, it's just $108. I'll refund you. It would be different if I had a high ticket membership where it was $1,000 a month and someone was like, oh, I don't want to be in this anymore. I would try to fight for them to see the value, right? Anyway, and this is, in my opinion, it's just good karma to send these emails out, right? I don't want anyone in there that doesn't want to be in there. I don't want to be like Netflix or Amazon Prime and it's like, yeah, well, you charged it, here you go, screw off, right? My reputation in this online industry is incredibly important to me. I always joke about being semi-professional, but I actually do consider myself a professional. I have a degree in education. I have an advanced degree in leadership. My reputation is incredibly important. I want to walk the walk. I want to talk the talk, right? And so these emails are honestly my most successful emails of all time because they allow me to not just talk it, but I walk it, right? I'm playing a long game here. So I'm going to link to one of these emails in the show notes if you want to check it out. I won't read it. We're already at 10 minutes and I promised this would be short. But if you're interested in more behind the scenes stuff, if listening to this episode caused you to want to ask me a bunch of questions, please make sure you actually join my $9 a month membership. The annual pass is not open currently. It is open in March, July, and November, but you can get in on the $9 right now. And when you're in my membership, you can ask me any questions you'd like. You can email me, those take priority over people not in the membership. You can also come to our once a month live Q&A, ask anything you would like, on top of the weekly newsletter templates you get, the quarterly guest experts, which, by the way, this week's expert is coming in this week to talk about list building. So you want to get in, link is in the show notes. As always, I am Liz Wilcox. You are awesome, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Email Sound Booth.